Hello, GLR. Welcome to the end, or I should say the last third of October. I'm coming to you today to talk to you, everybody, a little about driving traffic and how it helps our conversion. You might have heard some of us talk lately about how driving traffic to the store is going to help increase our sales. Even if our conversion stayed the exact same, if your store is currently at a 2% conversion, if you drive more traffic to your store and stay at that 2%, it increases your numbers. It's just simple math. That's what we need to do, is drive traffic to our stores. But if we are driving traffic to our stores and the good traffic that we're trying to bring, we're also going to see an increase in our conversion. And that's really the topic today that I wanted to talk to everybody about, is just some of the tactics that I've heard, best practices of people using to drive traffic to the store, as well as what's being done to help conversion. So one of the first things that I want to talk about is just hitting the streets, hitting up parking lots, going and flyer dropping. And when I say flyer dropping, it sometimes could mean let's put some flyers on a car, but more or less what I really mean is when we're hitting the parking lots, we're trying to scout down people walking in and out of other retail shops, walking into the grocery stores, walking into the theaters, whatever it is, whatever parking lots are around you. Just try and walk around and don't be a creep about it. But we do want to make sure that we are starting conversation with some of these folks, just handing them a flyer, handing them a referral flyer, making sure we've got those things. And as I'm talking about referrals, what better way to drive traffic into our stores than to capture referrals, whether it be in our store with the customers that we're dealing with now, or in some of our outbound activities, because we're bound to capture people that already have Sprint. Obviously, when we get those, it doesn't always lead to a 4-line new deal, but it can lead to add-a-lines, as well as it can lead to them giving referrals to other customers that aren't with Sprint and them earning money. So referrals is another great practice. Number 3 is events. How often are we doing events? Info events, selling events, any kind of event. It's going to help increase not only our traffic, but also our conversion. Info events are great for that, because if people are coming in from those events that we went to, clearly they were interested in a product that we were talking about selling, and they're coming in to buy. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was grocery stores. This is a best practice that came from one of the stores that I've heard in Chicago West, but literally walking into a grocery store, hanging out in the produce section, making sure you've got your Sprint shirt on, and just walking around with flyers, with things, looking like you're actually doing some shopping. But guess what? A lot of times the customers actually come up to you, ask you. They don't know if you're shopping or if you're actually there to promote Sprint, but they ask you, hey, do you know about this? I'm a Sprint customer. They ask XYZ, can you help me out? Or B, hey, I've seen some of those Sprint commercials. I'm currently with AT&T. What's this really about? Is the 50% off really a true thing? Is unlimited data truly a real thing? Tell me more about it. And we start capturing leads. And that's something that's worked for, like I said, a best practice store out here. And I've heard of some others starting to do that, but it is definitely starting to work. Another thing that we've also done out in the Great Lakes in some stores is the giveaways. And when I say giveaways, we've done some where we've given selfie sticks away just for help letting us do a bill analysis. Let us do a bill analysis on your current bill, whether it's with Sprint or whether it's with AT&T. Let us do a quote sheet. Let us build something up and let's drive that. That's something that we could do even outside of the store. When we're doing bill analysis, it doesn't always mean that they've got to be in the store doing that. So once again, it helps produce the traffic coming in the store. And as we're talking about that, the biggest thing here is always to remember, if we're after a 4% conversion in any store, or if you're already there, increasing by another 1%, it's about capturing 4 new lines for every 100 ticks that we have out of our door. So if we're going out, getting customers, buying customers, hopefully, into our doors, it is going to help increase our conversion. And think about it again. If your store is currently at a 2% conversion, it means you've got 2 new lines for every 100 ticks. Now think if you, as an RSA, ASM, or store manager, go out. If you go out 25 times to that door and produce 1 new line for that 25 times, that means you've actually just increased your conversion by an additional 4%. And when I say that, it is for every 100 times. Remember, every 100 times, every 1 new line you get, it increases by 100%. So if you're at 2%, it means 2 new lines for every 100 clicks. Now, if I'm talking 25 clicks and getting 1, Multiply that times 4 to get to 100. Now you've got 4 new lines for every 100 clicks. And think about it again. I'm only asking you, if you go outside your store 25 times, can you produce 1 new line in that? That, once again, gets you to 4% already, let alone all the walk-in traffic, let alone all the other traffic going on in the store. And that's really what it's about. So drive that traffic in your doors, use some of those best practices, share more best practices, but ultimately drive the traffic in the door, and you're going to increase your conversion, you're going to increase your sales, and we're all going to increase our commission checks. So let's go out, let's get aggressive, and let's have fun to end October and push further into the fourth quarter. Thank you.